What's up guys, today we're here in Gorky Park on a classic winter's day here in Moscow. You can see the ice and the snow behind me. And what we're doing today is we're heading to the world famous Gorky Park ice rink. The ice rink is 18,000 square meters, which makes it one of the biggest in Europe, but it's actually still not even the biggest one in Moscow. And we'll see that one a little bit later, but today we're going to the most famous one. That's the one here in Gorky Park. The one in Gorky Park is so special because it's actually not a square. It's not the normal type of ice rink where you go round and round and round. It's actually made from all the paths in the park. So like you'd come here on a summer's day, you'd walk through the park. It's just like that. You walk going past the trees, over the bridges, by the ponds. It's exactly the same as a normal summer's day, but just with ice. So instead of walking through the park, you're skating through the park. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. I don't know if it exists anywhere else in the world, but it's certainly the first time I've seen it. And what's more, just like being here in the summer, say it's 30 degrees, 28 degrees, you've been walking around, you're feeling a little bit hot. You can stop at a shop, you can stop at a little kiosk, you can buy some water, some Coke, something like that. Well, here in the winter, it's exactly the same, but you stay on your skates, the special skate areas, places where you can walk on with your skates, with little kiosks, with little shops, little cafes where you can buy some coffee, some tea, some mulled wine, other hot drinks to warm you up if you're getting a little bit cold outside. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. And it's one of the most incredible things we have here in Moscow during the winter. And actually, this is one of the reasons I would recommend people come in winter. Not to see Red Square, not to see the Kremlin, not to see anything like this, but to go on this ice rink. So right behind me, right here, is the start of the ice rink. And this is where you can rent skates. It says, I don't know if you can see it, if it's going to focus on it, it says skate rentals in English and also in Russian, which is pretty cool, meaning it's also aimed at foreign tourists nowadays. And it begins right here. So let's take a look. So we'll begin by walking towards the start of the skate rink and the big walkway they've constructed to give a view of the rink from above. But just before we get there, we can see this whitey, yellowy building with the number 5 on it. This is the entrance of people who bring their own skates. The price of entry is much less if you have your own equipment. The entrance with your own skates is further to the right. But for here, if you have your own, go ahead and you just have to pay the normal price. The rental price for the skates is about 300, 400 plus deposit in case you steal them, but that's pretty affordable in my view. The skating itself, so if you have your own skates or if you borrow skates, the price you pay on top is 200 rubles or so during the daytime, all the way to 550 rubles the nighttime at the weekend. So the cheapest is daytime during the week, and the most expensive is at nighttime during the weekends. So after daytime during the week comes nighttime during the week, after that is weekends daytime, and after that is weekend nighttime. So you understand, it's a sliding scale based on when the popularity is. While we walk through the rink, I'll mention some of the things about Gorky Park, where this ice rink is located. When the Soviet Union collapsed, this was a sorry sight. It was pretty run down, not a great place to be. In 2011, it came under new management and it was completely reconstructed and turned into the amazing park we see today. In the summer, it's a great place for relaxing, having a picnic, jogging, playing sports, but also in the winter, it's best for ice skating. Unlike in the UK, virtually everyone in Russia can ice skate, so the rink has become a popular excursion destination. Every year, mid-November, the paths which are normally for walking on turn into ice routes, as you can see today in this video. This means that you can go around a different route every time, just like you were walking around the park. Or if you want, you can skate in the full circle of the 18 1,000 square meter ice rink. You can see in the daytime now it's not so busy, so you can do what you want, especially in the daytime on a weekday. So you can do what you want, you can go any route you want to without any problem, but at night it's normally really popular and there's a lot more people, so you have to be really careful where you're skating and the routes are a little bit more defined. One cool thing is that at night it's all lit up and looks so beautiful, and you can see more families, groups of friends, groups of people, especially young people, come here, congregate. It's a nice place to hang out during the winter for something to do. At this time also, something which is great, you can see people of all abilities and all ages trying to skate, so there's no need to feel so bad if you're not a very competent skater. Everything's fine. It's a nice, friendly atmosphere. Here ahead of us we see some huts, and this is a food stop. This has a selection of restaurants to buy snacks or hot food or drinks, buy the ice without ever having to take off your skates. You can see the floor there is for skates. You can also buy mulled wine if you want to warm yourself up. And as we go further along, we'll see a much bigger food stop, which is the main one and has many, many more shops. As you can see right now, at this time, the daytime during the week, most of them aren't open as the demand isn't so big, but at night you have to queue to get anything, so that's one thing to consider. Ice skating is quite important in Russian culture. Pushkin wrote about it in Onegin, Gogol wrote about it too, and so did Tolstoy. In fact, a very important scene in Tolstoy's Anna Karenina takes place on a Moscow ice rink. Moscow opened its first skating rink in 1864, which marked the beginning of a sport which suddenly became a leisure activity among the masses. Before that, Russians would attach horse bones to their shoes to glide on the ice in order to warm themselves up during the harsh winter months. It was like a form of exercise to get some body warmth. And at the turn of the 20th century, ice skating had become so popular that there was no shortage of rinks in Moscow, ranging from very small to very big. During the Soviet Union, ice skating became accessible to the masses. While the sports of figure skating and speed skating became super popular, they became, for most people, a great place for meeting friends, going on a date, and that's what it's most popular for today. Nowadays, there's many ice rinks in Moscow. This is one of the most popular ones, if not the most popular one, in Gorky Park. And there's actually a bigger one in the north of the city, which I'll show you at a later date. But yeah, these are some of the most popular ice rinks in the whole of the world. In fact, in some other areas of Moscow where there are no specifically created ice rinks, people will use frozen lakes to go ice skating. One example of that is Chistya Prudim in the center of Moscow, right slap bang in the center, on which people can often be seen skating on just a simple frozen lake. It's pretty popular, and although I would never do it myself, it looks kind of dangerous to me. It's been below zero in Moscow for quite a long time now, so there's really no danger of it cracking until we get towards February or March. So that's also a pretty popular alternative. So we're coming to the end of my tour today here. The only way to see it all is if you come on your own and see it with your own eyes. A video showing the whole thing would take a super long time, so I hope this has given you a taste of what the rink here looks like. Just before we finish, you can see here the bigger food section, almost food court with 10 plus places to get food and even alcoholic beverages. So before the end, let me just give a quick tip. If you come here, don't drink too much and don't skate drunk. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you want to see more, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Actually, I have a confession. I have actually never ice skated here. I haven't ice skated since I was about 13, 14, and I'm not sure I remember how to. So if this video gets more views than my normal video, let's say 5,000 views, I'll definitely record a video of myself ice skating here, and at night time too, when everything's lit up. I hope that's incentive for you to share this video with as many people as you can. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.